Hip-hop has never seen a rapper quite like Ian. Everything he touches seems to go viral, but yet at the same time, no one can agree whether Ian is actually good or just a walking meme.
I'm on my Britney shit. Oops, I hit again.
This white kid, regular like Caucasian man, and he's like mocking Future and Gucci Mane like rap music. And like people are like, this shit hard.
As this basic looking white dude who just 2 years ago was a D1 college rugby player at Clemson, Ian breaks every single rule in rap. And like Tyler the Creator, it seems like you either hate him or love him. But while most rappers would get laughed off the internet if they tried anything similar, somehow Ian's unique approach is working. However, will his success last? Does Ian have a serious future? Or will he just go down as another viral rapper who came and went?
I'm Ian, I'm from St. Louis.
Ooh, STL is in the house. Stop playing with him. Is she a fit? Describe it today.
Okay, we got on the essentials today.
Okay.
It's a white shirt,
Mm-hmm.
sweatpants.
One look at Ian and his go-to outfit of a plain white tee and some sweatpants, and you would be led to guess that he is just your typical chill white guy, and definitely not some hard trap rapper. Or by seeing the cover art here for his debut mixtape, which is actually a reference to this classic old meme, chances are you'd bet that Ian is a rich southern kid who was probably in a frat, and you would be partially correct. Prior to becoming the most polarizing rapper and receiving cosigns from superstars like Drake, Quavo, and Kai Cenat, as we can see from his LinkedIn profile, Ian Smith actually attended Clemson University where he was not only a business administration student, but also played on the school's rugby team.
Yeah, bro, rugby it's been fun.
Yeah.
Shout out Clemson Rugby Foundation.
So, did you have any like major injuries when you were playing rugby?
Yeah, I tore my meniscus last season. Like, you know, that shit could get physical. It's cool now, I can bend it, but you know, I can't run like I used to. I'm out of my prime.
Appearing in graphics for game day posts like this one in 2023, along with sharing the same last name as Yeet, aka Noah Smith, a rapper who, as we're about to see, Ian has constantly been compared to. Despite his obvious skills on the field though, Ian's time playing D1 rugby would suddenly come to an abrupt stop. So what happened? Well, even before enrolling at this prep school in Dallas before Clemson, Ian Smith had a massive love for music. However, not for rapping. For his first 3 years of making music, Ian initially began as a producer, just producing beats for small underground artists. But that was until one day which changed everything.
I just went 0 to 100 inside this Benz, it took a couple seconds. I'm finna grab me a suit and pull my mans, but that's my fucking business.
In summer of 2022, at the age of 17 years old, as you just heard, Ian decided to try rapping himself, posting his first ever song titled G63 to SoundCloud. Also self-produced by Ian. As far as first songs go, in my opinion G63 is not bad. However, this still doesn't answer our question of how a random rugby player at Clemson University all of a sudden turned into a viral sensation that nobody can escape.
Bronny James, I see you. Thought you could just lurk on my page and I wouldn't say anything about it. How about you quit being mysterious and run these ones?
Yeah.
As it often does, especially in the hip-hop scene, anytime that a new rapper blows up seemingly overnight, they are always met with your typical claims of being an industry plant. But in the case here of Ian, along with getting signed by the same management that is also behind Forbats, does that make Ian an industry plant? Well, following the release of his first ever song on SoundCloud, over the next 2 years, Ian would continue releasing new singles and short EPs all by himself, slowly gaining his first few hundred fans as he grinded to find his sound. In January of 2024 came Ian's first song to gain any significant attention, titled Wimbledon, featuring production this time handled by Soprano, a Maryland-based producer who has quickly become Ian's go-to producer, and with his producer tag that low-key sounds like they're saying Hawk Tua.
Oh, you gotta give him that Hawk Tua.
But together, Wimbledon would bring Ian his first taste of virality, and just like that, school and rugby were officially put on the bench. According to Clemson Rugby's Instagram, Ian Smith was on the team's roster as of February 10th, 2024. However, about a week later on February 16th, he was nowhere to be found. Thus, likely meaning that after seeing the early success of Wimbledon blowing up on social media, Ian took the major risk and decided to go all in on his music. However, nobody could have ever predicted what happened next. TikTok has proven time and time again its absolute insane power to make anyone a new star overnight. And as it turns out, Ian is yet another perfect example. After weeks of posting snippet videos and trailers such as this one, fresh off of his exit from Clemson's rugby squad, that same month in February of 2024 came the release of Ian's new single, Figure It Out, which, to top things off, was also released with his first ever Lyrical Lemonade music video. The last bar in the chorus reads, "My big brother like Marshawn Lynch, he'll run through somebody," as a shout out to the legendary NFL running back. With Lyrical Lemonade pulling some strings, Marshawn Lynch would actually make a cameo in Ian's music video. Only on set though for about 5 minutes, while also taking a phone call in his AirPods.
My big brother like Marshawn Lynch, he'll run through somebody.
Man, that's a rap, my nigga. Thank you, bro. Right on. All good. Real good. Right on, big dog.
Thank you.
Once again, appreciate it.
Appreciate you, man.
Nah, that's just not how it go, bro.
Marshawn Lynch is a legend, so that one shot was honestly enough. But then combined with another new sports-themed single titled Grand Slam a month later, hot off the success of these two new tracks, next came Ian's biggest move to date.
Now, you don't ever get credit for T-Pain, though. Like, I mean, I know you discovered him, but, you know, Akon always gets the credit.
Right. I mean, that's, you know, I think that's one of the things where, you know, when you have a brother that's an artist, you know, he always gets most of the attention. And I understood what that was going into it. Like, you know, that's a part of the gig.
If you don't know who this guy, Boo Thiam, is, then let me sum it up real quick. Besides being the younger brother of Akon, who has actually admitted to using his brother as a stage double in the past because they look so similar, Boo has quietly been a very successful businessman in the music industry over the past 20 years, working with not only his brother Akon, but major artists such as Lady Gaga, Rihanna, Jay-Z, Chris Brown, T-Pain, and Jeremiah to name a few. He managed Kanye West for a couple of years, not to mention working as a record executive at Def Jam and Columbia, and then finally, most recently, the founder and CEO of Boo Vision. Boo Vision is a subsidiary of now Atlantic Records after just moving over from Columbia, but in early 2024, Boo would discover Ian and his music and instantly reached out wanting to sign him. Then, besides defending Ian and having his back during the whole Tyler the Creator drama that we're about to see later in this video, considering all of Boo Thiam's endless connections in the industry, and especially after signing another new artist who many like to claim is an industry plant, 4Bats.
I'm watching him, he's really taking the shit. And I feel that we have a responsibility, people that have a platform, or us in these rooms, to like push the ones that want to do something different.
Yeah.
After joining forces with Boo, though, a veteran in the industry, the stage was now set for Ian's debut project. Released in May of 2024, arrived Valedictorian, Ian's first official mixtape. Hearing him go all in on that classic 2000s era trap sound, with beats that sound like you're listening to them straight off of Dat Piff, before that platform unfortunately died. But then to add even more nostalgia, after actually including one of DJ Holiday's classic DJ tags without getting his permission.
So much dirty money, I need
it's holiday season.
I met Ian on the internet, of course. He stole one of my tags, actually, and then he used it, and then the label reached out to me, of course, and said we should team up and, you know, collaborate on some stuff. So he played me some of his music. I thought it was super, super dope.
Agreeing to host Ian's tape, though, in the end, even giving him the intro titled Holiday Intro, Valedictorian would go on to sell 17K in first week sales, which is pretty solid for a new rapper's debut mixtape. But then with a deluxe edition dropping 2 weeks later, which, thanks to more major help from TikTok, includes what remains still Ian's most streamed song to date, Magic Johnson. However, Ian still wasn't finished. Continuing to ride his momentum, in October of 2024, we then saw the release of Ian's debut studio album, Goodbye Horses. At a total of 13 tracks, and released under Boo Vision and Columbia, this album hears features from mainstream rappers including Chief Keef, as well as Lil Yachty on Hate Me, Ian's first song to ever crack the Billboard Hot 100.
Wait, what else? What's up, bro? Yachty thought that you were me.
It was so funny. I was waiting for it. I was like, that's not me.
Good, man. How long did it take you to realize?
Once I turned, right?
He grabbed him and everything. He's like, what's up, Rich?
Going on to close the year out, though, on his first ever tour, including one show in North Carolina that had to be moved after a car literally crashed into the venue. Again, as I mentioned earlier, it honestly feels like almost everything Ian touches seems to blow up. However, with that being said, not everyone is a fan.
Like, oh man, he's doing the Had to do it to a meme. Oh man, oh my gosh. I mean, I'll say it. There's nothing inherently funny about being white and also being a rapper. And if there is some worthwhile comedy in that dynamic at this point, it most likely is totally played out. Ian is trying to build a career off of just bluntly ripping off his contemporaries and just passing in a carbon copy of their work without putting his own personality or spin on it at all.
Regardless of what you think of his actual music, and regardless of whether you think it's okay or not, the white rapper curse has existed forever in hip-hop. And truly, every single white rapper has had to deal with this label. From some of the biggest such as Eminem, Mac Miller, Jack Harlow, Lil Dicky, and Macklemore to name a few. In a genre deeply rooted in black culture, for rappers who are white, it can often be easy to come off as cringe or out of place. Like, take another new rapper, Lil Mabu for example, as besides resorting to using adult film actress Bonnie Blue to put the final nail in his career's coffin,
I've been on the hunt for the barely legal with the smallest. Turns out I found him.
Where's my chair?
I didn't know they came that small.
as a rich white kid from New York, Lil Mabu instead raps about street topics, such as pulling up on his ops over 808 drill type beats. And although you could argue it initially worked at gaining millions of views, as time went on, Mabu's gimmick wore off and people clearly got tired of him. However, though, for Ian, as another white rapper who, as you can see here in his viral From the Block performance, choosing to bring his entire family to have dinner while he raps over a hard-hitting drill beat, the first and most obvious answer is simply his music. Personally, I'm a fan of Ian's music, and I know I'm not alone, but it's something else Ian has done though, which has been extremely interesting. Today you could argue that a rapper's image is just as important as their music, and when it comes to Ian, he has leaned all the way into that classic white rapper trope. Combined with his artist name Ian being about the most basic and boring white guy name ever, sorry if any of you guys are named Ian, and with again his frequent outfit of choice being a white tee and a pair of sweatpants, never wearing any flashy chains or jewelry, if you were to see Ian on the street, you would never guess that he is a rapper.
What's up, man? Where were you, bro?
Out and about.
Out and about? Bro, I've been fiending for some chapstick, bro. Like,
oh, you need some?
Yeah, bro.
I think I got some on me.
My lips are dry as hell.
Let me see. I don't know, bro. Me too, honestly. I don't know, though.
I'm just trying to be myself, Ian raps on his hit song Magic Johnson. I got everybody mad at me for it. But then we have his debut project, Valedictorian, which, besides the name itself implying that he was a smart student in school, also has this cover art showing Ian in a peaceful suburban neighborhood looking like he just got out of church. However, though, when you decide to go and press play on his album, you are met with a sound that you either hate or love. Or, as Tyler the Creator describes it,
it's some kid right now, this white kid, regular like Caucasian man, and he's like mocking Future and Gucci Mane like rap music. And like people are like, this shit hard. It's not even like satire. It's like, I'm just joking, I'm just mocking it. But I'm like, no, you can't do. And I hold rap music so close to my heart because this shit changed my life and everyone's life around me. And I'm a nerd about this shit. This is like weird. And I'm looking at it and something about it like don't even sit well with me in comparison to someone like a Mac Miller or Eminem, who it didn't seem like they was mocking it. They had a genuine love for it.
Even if he didn't name drop Ian specifically, if you ask Tyler the Creator, he will tell you that Ian is mocking rappers like Future and Gucci Mane, as well as all of hip hop. Yo, at Tyler the Creator, I signed Ian and I'm from Atlanta. Reads this story posted by Boothium. He sounds nothing like Gucci or Future, lol. It's called influence, but I never thought I'd see the day where you become old and hate on the youth. Boothium had his artist back. But besides this story though, Ian himself kept his mouth shut, at least at first. However, when his new Lyrical Lemonade lunch break freestyle dropped on YouTube 3 months ago in March, Ian had these lyrics in response to Tyler.
How you doing? Back then I really loved our Future. I ain't never sat down trying to mock Future. I ain't want to show no disrespect, so I kept my mouth shut, and that's not human.
Telling us at first, like, yeah, I used to really be into Odd Future. Okay, listen, you're a white child on the internet who was into hip hop. We know you're into Odd Future. Believe me, we understand that. And then he goes on to say that he never meant to mock Future, which, look, I get maybe that part of the Tyler criticism wasn't the most accurate per se.
With also this bar from Tyler's Chromacopia likely about the situation too. White boys mocking this shit and y'all mad at me? Y'all can suck my D. Whether you side with Tyler or agree with Boo that he's just hating on the youth, one thing is for sure, Ian cannot stop going viral. Dear Mom, Ian types in his latest Instagram post, freshman year has been amazing. I've made so many new friends and learned so many new things. I should probably lay off the Metro Bloomin'. Freshman 15 is coming in a little faster than expected. Alongside others including Laserdym, Ray Vaughn, Nino Pade, and even Jello Ball, last month Ian was officially named to the 2025 XXL freshman list. And, to at this point nobody's surprise, it was Ian's freestyle that went the most viral.
Damn, I'm on my Britney shit. Oops, I hit again. Damn, I'm on my DJ Khaled shit. We the best. Damn, we rolling hella deep. I feel like Adele. Damn, I'm a little too high for this. Jesus, take the wheel.
Did bro just rhyme Adele with we the best? The top comment jokes. Shaking my head. This is what XXL has come to? This is the best freestyle in years. Ian absolutely killed this. Racking up millions of views across social media, once again, fans are split down the middle on Ian's XXL freestyle. However, as he and his team are also very good at, to capitalize on his freestyle's virality, then came its official release on all streaming platforms. At only 20 years old, Ian has already made the internet his playground. But, as we have seen on countless occasions before, the spotlight can disappear even faster than it found him. The real challenge for Ian now is turning his hype into something that actually lasts, and only time will tell if he's able.